Sorry, this whole phone was making. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. Okay, Brother Tony Latham had the biggest child prostitution ring in the United States. He was a Pentecostal minister. He carried the Bible with him. And he admitted to molesting 100 boys. 100 boys. This Protestant Pentecostal minister carried the Bible with him. Super Brother Tony, he had like a Superman, Super Bible man, whatever he called himself. And it's a book about him. I forgot what it is. You can search it. He had the huge, biggest child prostitution ring in the United States. Brother Tony Latham, what he did was he just like Flolander, just like some of the Catholic priests who mess with boys and girls as well. Not all Catholic priests. I'll stereotyping y'all. It's wrong stereotype. It's like saying all white people in the Ku Klux Klan, all black and Hispanic men in gangs. Okay. What he did when he was married 2 times. Brother Tony was married 2 times, and even one of his wives allowed him to she sleep on the couch while he was molesting the boy in the bed. Yes, this was going on. But Tony Latham had because I think he was a white Hispanic, because last name Latham. But most Hispanics, if they look black, white, Native American, mixed, whatever, 9-10, mixed up anyway. So I don't know what nationality he was. A Cuban, a Puerto Rican, Mexicano, I don't know what it is. Maybe a Spaniard, which is pure white, something like that. I don't know. But he looked at Caucasian. If they probably closed, since he's dead, they probably closed the sex offender list. I think he was living in Virginia last time I saw on the sex offender list that he was on there. Well, anyway, what he did was he molested 100 boys, and he used, and this is many spiritual abusive religious leaders were used, mainly in the conservative Protestant culture. The touch now, as in Psalms 105. Touch not my anointed, the prophets do no harm. And can I please tell y'all what that actually meant? If you look at the verses before you get to that song, I mean in the same Psalm 105, excuse me, look at the verses below. It was talking about Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. Not no spiritual abusive person. Okay, so many of the people who are spiritually abusive, whether they use spiritual abuse in a sexual way, or physical way, or emotional, or whatever, they'll use that in order to scare people, think that because they're anointed by the Lord. But actually, in 1 John, I forgot what chapter verse it talks about all of us being anointed, and also I forgot what Revelation talks about that all prophets can see whether they're true or not. St. Paul says in Thessalonians that test everything, hold what's good. Okay, examine everything. So we have a right to question, and see if it's true or not. And because God wants us, to be intelligent, wants us to know, because we don't have no question about what we're believing, don't know what we're doing, we're just gonna be ignorant. So it goes with what St. Peter said in chapter 3, 2 Peter 3, about the 15, 17 verse, that people destroy scripture on destruction. So that's what he did. So Brother Tony Latham, Mario Latham, Mario A. Latham, I don't know, he used a lot of aliases. But anyway, he did that in order to scare the boys. And so they would not go tell their parents, authorities. But somebody came up and told them, hey, this minister has been molesting me, not me, I'm just saying in a hypothetical, third person, and he's doing this and such, and he was put in jail for that. He was put in prison for that. And when he was released, he was on sex offender list last time. He was on Virginia State. He was trying to go to the Dominican Republic, Cuba, and Puerto Rico to recruit and go and speak, because he speaks Spanish. So he is Latino, yeah. And he looked like a white man. And he was going to go to there so he can try to can't access the boys, and they was trying to do all the government people, because he's trying to go out the country, was trying to stop him from going out the country and warning people in the Dominican Republic and Cuba and Puerto Rico that this Pentecostal minister was going to go and do that. So my point is not to bring a big story about Tony Lave, but he used that threatening, God gonna punish you type of thing. And remember, folks gotta understand, when people say that in Luke chapter 6, 35, 34, 30, 35, 37, don't be judged, don't condemn, or you be condemned, judge. Yeah, okay. Don't let nobody say that to you, that you're going to go to hell and all that other stuff, because only God knows who's going to hell and who's going to heaven. Remember, we don't know a person by their mind and soul. So I'm just letting you know that when people say stuff like that, or God gonna get you, stuff like that, just like this minister did, they actually condemning himself when they say that, because they shouldn't be doing that, you know. But point is, about going back to Flolander, whatever his name is, he scared the little boy by threatening that bad things going to happen, because he knew he was doing wrong. He knew that if the little boy confesses to his father, hey, you know, I'm being molested by Raymond, that he won't go to jail. He's gonna get put in prison. You know, so, but hey, things happen, and he got caught. He thought that he was slick enough to scare his little boy, keep it a secret, but he wasn't slick. You see that ugly big face of his? He deserved what he got. Trust me, if I was the father, I'm just saying. I mean, I love God too, but I probably, he was harming my son, that was my son, you know what I'm saying? And if I had the doggone pistol, I would got gangster on him, okay? I grew up around the 90s, I wasn't in gang, but I remember imitating some of the stuff and learning some of the things that my friends, or some of the enemies that I learned to be friends or whatever, and what they, you know, impressed, whether the rappers were studio gangsters or they were real gangsters, they talk about some of the stuff that was true in their songs about what they do and stuff like that. So, this boy, he probably got shot. I'm just saying, because I wouldn't that to me gets to me right there, that you see somebody that you trust backstab you and do this to your own flesh and blood, your children, your child. I don't understand how somebody have that mindset to do that to a child and their friend, and their friend in the family, or even in the family. Why would they do that? This man was a teenager, grown. He know what he was doing, and I don't feel bad for him. I'm glad, and maybe it would teach a lot of people who in that type of mindset a lesson to not be molesting kids. Whatever sexual preference you have, you either do 18. He could have got a girl, boy, man. Not girl. I'm talking about girl as a female, as a woman. You know, like girl and guy. Okay, he could have got a woman, a man. You know, because he's 18 and older, and somebody would consensually do something like that with him, whatever he was trying to do. I'm not advocating that's okay, but I'm just saying. Why would you approach a child? He don't know about that stuff. He too little. You skin lies in him. Your neck, someone to pull a rope down there and throw it to a sea. You know what I'm saying? You give him the message that this is okay, because sometimes there are people who are sexually abused, not all the time, will repeat the same pattern what happened to somebody else. You know, and that to me, in 19, this probably could have happened to Raymond. But Raymond knew he was 18, he was grown, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. So there's no excuse, and he's not, this is sick. So that's what I'm saying. Is I would love to hear more to the story besides the 911 call. What would take place if anybody can interview this sick individual, interview him, so we can know signs and stuff. Because stuff when you interview a criminal, whether it's a child molester, whether it's a rapist, or a gangster, or a drug dealer, especially when they change their life around, they'll start telling you what the signs to look for, how they act, this and that, because that gets all of us who don't want this going on an idea of a person who do this because they have a pattern they follow. And one big pattern, he develop a trust system. One thing I wish people stop doing, and I learned this in survival, especially when I just told you on my first video, that I don't trust too many people. I ain't trust those in my own family, So that lets you know if this one thing, and I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying that I know this in the Bible that Paul tells all of us. St. Paul tells it in Corinthians 4, 1 Corinthians 4, about a steward should show trustworthy instead of you trusting. That means a minister, anybody, a law person, a parent, even a friend. They have to prove to be they're trustworthy for me to trust them. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put my trust in somebody that I'm assuming, hear the word assume. You know what I'm saying? They're good and this and that. They law abiding and all of this stuff. And they would never backstab me. They never do me wrong and stuff. They have to actually prove to me they're trustworthy for me to trust them. And that's what anybody. I'm very skeptical with people because I have been hurt many times thinking somebody was a cool person, is a friend, or somebody that we got along. And next thing you never know, I found it on. They're talking bad behind my back. They taking things. They're trying to set me up or something. You have to have that mindset that don't trust everybody. They have to develop a trust with you. They have to show that they're trustworthy. And I think he played his cards by acting like he was a good guy, because I see him in pictures trying to show the pretty boy swag and all other stuff, think he's all hip and all that stuff. No, the dude was a sick individual. And like I said, somebody had commented on one of the videos I saw on YouTube about this man. And I don't understand what the heck. Like they said he was a male or female. They said he's attractive. Why he couldn't get nobody his age? Something. And that's the same thing I was just saying earlier. I mean, what? Why would you go after a child, a minor? You know what I'm saying? They got folks that's his age group that could have done what he want. I mean, dog, come on. I mean, not a child, a little boy, or even a little girl. Come on, man. They're innocent. They don't even know about that type of stuff. They don't even know about sex at all. You know what I'm saying? That's not their category to know about. Their children still in the mind frame of children days. You know what I'm saying? That's adult world, about sex and stuff like that. They should not be seen that. So that's my thing with people. They have to understand that you don't expose children to that. Yeah, even with music and stuff, that's going on. If I had kids, the stuff they say on music is, when I was a teenager and I was around about 11 years old, as this young man, the little boy is this right now who's the victim. I didn't understand it. That I couldn't look at certain things like rated R movies, pornographic stuff and like that when I was growing up. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it at all. But as I got older, and I realized that that's children, because I was, back in the 90s, everything was exposed. I mean, you heard, lyrics talking about sex and violence. You had, the rated R movies, and stuff like that. So, of course, as an adult, I watch rated R movies. I don't watch porn. But as a teenager, I would sneak and look at those, the static things, on the TV where they do have the pay-per-view, but I didn't want, you can't charge, you can't ask your family, so, you see what was going on. In the HBO stuff, they had the real stuff. So I look back and then I say, I shouldn't, at the time, should not have been looking at that type of stuff. So that's why we as a nation, we safeguard our kids, which we can, from the lyrics they talk about. So I'm glad that Tipper Gore asked to put a parental advisory sticker on certain lyrics. I understand why I couldn't listen to Madonna's erotica back in the day when she was, I understand that, I listened to the edited version, but not the real version, the real CD. As a adult, I can look at that, rated R stuff, and especially lyrics about that. And I don't like to listen too much of it because it's too much to talk about. It's just, I don't want to hear kill this, kill that all day and doing sex and that. Especially when I'm a chaste celibate person and waiting to get married. and have kids. So still. And but point is, I mean, I'll admit, Millie Jackson's FU, well, actually, it's PHU song. I can relate to that song because people diss me all the time. And also, I want to do a video for her because her video and her Winnie Williams' birthday, and who else? Lil' Kim birthday passed, and Carl Santana, and one of the guys from OJ's. You know what I'm saying? Because I see on my Facebook that he popular artists, celebrity, birthdays, and I love me some Millie Jackson on that because I can relate to people criticizing me, and then I said like Lil' Kim when she Shut Up B and all other songs. You saw my videos about Shut Up B, and all those songs about Lil' Kim. I can relate to the sexual stuff I'm not into, but the one shout at somebody, dissing somebody, yeah. So point is, when I was a teenager, it was sensitive to me, and I would let you know, when I was 13, one of the girls I used to like in middle school had for Christmas bought me Mary J. Blige 411. Now I heard special lyrics growing up in 11, 12, and when I was 13 when I got it, was 1992, when Christmas time. What happened was I cried because of Busta Rhymes' song. I think it's after You Remind Me the song, because I had a tape of What's 401, and I also cried when I heard because they didn't have this lyric thing on sticker on there, and then too when I heard now who is Diddy, I didn't know who P. Diddy was back in the day until Big Papa came into the scene. He was working with Sean Puffy Combs, was working with Mary J. Blige. So hear all that cursing at 13. Yes, I'm letting you know. I literally cried. I said, why is she cursing her song on Mary J. Blige? And I realized I was so innocent because I had cousins who were streetwise. God rest his soul, he and I didn't get along. And something happened to him. He was back in the early 2000s. But he was very streetwise, so he listened to unedited music. So I was like, dang, I don't want to hear that, because I was scared something would happen, you know what I'm saying? And then in the 90s, I got used to it. But now I look back in there and I see why I was crying, see why stuff that, stuff I should not be looking at and seeing. So my point is, that's why we as a nation, we don't want kids exposed to sex and violence and stuff like that, and stuff that's profane and stuff like that around, so that's why, my point is, it take away their innocence. And that's why this dude here, Flolander, should understand that you had all opportunities to find somebody of your age to do whatever you want to do. Why pick on a little child? That's scandalizing a child. Your neck need to be, your head, your neck should be thrown. You need to be thrown to see with your rope down rope down your neck in a big stone with a seat, because you scandalize that child like that. That's not right. They do have traumas, stuff what you did to him, and you threaten, in fact, something bad gonna happen to him. No, actually, it come around, something bad happened to you. Raymond Flolander, also Estrella too, because he had two different names. Is he mixed or something? I don't know what the dude is, but it don't matter. The point is, you had all the opportunity to find a dude, I don't know if you buy whatever, to get what you want to get, that of your age group or older. Why sit here and try to go after a child? A child, man, a child. That's just wrong. No morals at all. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna be immoral, be immoral with somebody that's in your age group and be consensual. Don't try to violate nobody. But the point is, I mean, it's not illegal to do what you did to a person of your age group and older, because you're 18 and older, and there's a couple dudes out there that doing that type of stuff that's 18 and older. Why go after a child? That's just sick. That's completely sick, man. And so me, Lord forgive me, I probably shot him. I probably shot the dude. I would probably shot Ray. I'm sorry. I mean, if I especially caught him in the act, and I know by law. And then too, then too, where's the child's mother? I mean, I'm not trying to get in the man's business, but, I mean, if the child's mother, I don't know about having somebody watch my child at 12 o'clock at night. While I know you working, but I'm kind of asking that question because my point is it could have avoid this situation because he work at night. I understand you gotta take care of your kid. It's just I don't see how this family friend is staying on at this man's house watching. I mean, I don't trust people in that mode. I know that when I become a singer, actor, model, and become famous, and now they don't get married and have that business relationship with my wife. You know, like Gloria Estefan and Emilio Esteban, they still married to this day, and they got no divorces, none of that, and they work together. So I'm looking for a woman like that. You know, she could be like a manager for me and stuff like that. You know, I'm singing. She's in the business herself, and we both. But I know we have to watch. I know one thing that I know Gloria Estefan and Emilio Esteban, they take their children with them. Because I remember Gloria Estefan had a daughter, because there's 2 kids. A daughter, after she had her son about my age, I think, and so then her daughter ought to be about grown by now. Yeah, 'cause she was a little baby back in the 90s. But my point is, Emilio Esteban and Gloria Estefan stayed together for a long period of time. That's a blessing. And my point is, I had to take my kids with me. The same thing what Selena was trying to do when she was married to Chris. Talking about the singer, singer Selena. And, they'll take the kids with them everywhere they go. So I guess when I become famous, I'm going to take my kids with me. Because I don't trust the nanny at seeing this situation here with Raymond Flolander and then back in the 90s about these nannies, how they punch and beat the crap out of man. I don't care if she's a female, male. If you do something like that to my child, if you physically, sexually abuse my child, I'm going to go after you. And Now, if I don't catch you, I know by law, I can't do that. I have to get you arrested and let them talk on, and no offense to anybody that's gay. The macho fags, you know what I'm saying? Download whatever in the prison, do something. I don't believe in prison rape, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Or let the gangs inside of prison, do a female, male, or either studs or whatever. Okay, do something if you're a female, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even. I let them take care of you in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? So. Because prison is like a jungle in there. It's worse than in the real world. So, you know what I'm saying? So, point is, and like I say, Raymond, they're going to have fun with him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have fun with that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he young and all other stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? And what he did, he all messed up in the face, man. So, you deserve what you get. You deserve it. You deserve it. You threaten this child's life. And threatening something bad happen to him, and you sexually harming this child for your own sick, selfish pleasure. And then, you got caught, which was a good thing. He got caught in the act, and there came there, pop! Dang, he got knocked out, like Chris Tucker said in Friday. Okay, and look at all that big, the thing swole all over. I'm like, hey, you deserve it. There's no question about it. At the end of the story, you deserve it. You had no business doing it to a child. But at the same time, that's why I want to get married and have kids. I want my wife and I be better for the kids. If she's a stay-at-home wife, that'd be good, okay? If we're working or something like that, if I don't get famous, we have to work one shift. I don't mind. Because I don't know about having somebody watching my child, especially at that nighttime. Daytime, it can happen daytime too, don't get me wrong, but still. And then too, if folks out there who are parents, because I'm not a parent, but this was I always think rational. If I do have to have a babysitter for my children, I'm gonna have those camcorders around the house. And one thing, I know I'm saying this on the internet, so you already gonna know. Because I want to let folks know the best thing is don't let the person know you have secret cameras around the house. Because they get caught in the act, that means you got proof, and the burden of proof, they can't lie, and they in trouble. Set them up, okay? Because, if, they'll try to act behaviorish, you know what I'm saying, since the camera's on. But still, have every camera around, You know what I'm saying? So you can have proof and you can get that person in trouble. And like I said, that's good. They ain't charge the father because the father was protecting his child. That's a different story. Now, of course, I know by law, if we act happen and it's not, you go after the person, they put you in jail. You know what I'm saying? But still, he was in the house, his apartment. He was molesting his son, molesting this other man's son. And by law, that's okay. And like I say, he beat him up in a bloody dang. I hope they got a lot of stuff to get rid of that DNA. You know what I mean? When I say get rid of DNA, is because you don't know what Flolander being with. You know what I'm saying? I probably prefer to do the shooting more than just punch and let somebody come to the medical department come clean it and mess up. Because I don't use a lot of bleach or something. Because I don't know what the heck happened in that dude's life and what he was doing. He probably did somebody else that way. You know what I'm saying? He probably doing some things with someone else. Because, you know what I'm saying? DNA, you don't want to get no HIV or SD, you know what I'm saying? None of that other stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I probably do the shooting. I want my hand being bloody on, I mean, me and that father grew up in the 90s, and maybe he have a different perspective of life, but I grew up in the 90s where something like this goes down, somebody harm you, whatever, it was shoot them up. I'm sorry. I mean, that's what I go by. I mean, I don't go by shooting nobody that's innocent. I'm talking about. So the one thing I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm not against Trayvon. I'm with Trayvon, but I do want the stand ground law to stay in effect. And I said Zimmerman misused the stand ground law for his own selfish. He lied. He perjury just to kill somebody because he was following Trayvon. Okay, and now she could have got arrested for following a minor, her stalking a minor. Okay, the dude was running from Trayvon. I mean, Trayvon running from him, and then he confronted him, tried to start some mess with him, and that's when the fight escalated, and he shot him. He provoked the child, to order him to get him shot. So the point is, I don't want the stand ground law to go away. I do believe in that because person being bullied, people mistreated, you can't trust nobody, and they do some harm to me. I do want to use, and my record is clean, I do want to use some doggone bullets. I'm sorry. And like I said, it's not that I want to kill somebody so bad. No, it's just that these folks go too far. And like I said, in this situation, this man went too far, molesting this child. And like I said, I would have just heard something and went behind him. I don't want to go into detail. Just hide the lethal weapon and just start pow. That's all I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I mean, it's legal. If I was a father, Raymond is in my house. He harming my child, and like I say, and the child will sit there and say, yeah, this dude there's no lie about that. We can go Steve Wilkos show about it. If Raymond's still alive, he just got shot, something like that, we can still go, and I'm saying, hey, they don't need to lie about nothing. This dude did this to my child, and I fabricate nothing. This dude, I saw it, I know what I saw, and I gotta go ahead and get gangster, get Gangster Z. Gangster Z is my name. You don't know why I call myself Gangster Z. When I play Halo, I like to call myself Gangster Z. When I play San Andreas, that's one. I haven't played video games in a long time because I got important things to play video games. But I'm gonna give me an Xbox and a Xbox 3 or something that's expensive, or maybe get one in the pawn shop or something, or either PlayStation 3, whatever. But I love playing San Andreas and Vice City and Halo. When I was in Job Corps, that's one of my things. Nerve my friends, bother my friends about that. Man, Zach, I don't want to hear about no Halo day. Man, go buy your own video game. Because I was obsessed with that game. And one of my name was on Halo was Gangster Z. Gangster Z. And I would miss sometimes shooting, but I get all that. I said, dang, you show into this game. Heck yeah. Shooters. Because back in the day, I will admit, back in the 90s, not to the people, you know what I'm saying, I can understand what happened to the color bonds, because, and like I said, I wouldn't go after people who did not do nothing. It was, but back in the day when I was getting threatened and bullied and stuff, and then back in the day, the 90s was coming, it was gangsters too, that Gangster Z could have happened. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm saying if Raymond was in my house doing it to my child, and God forbid anybody else do it to my future kids, because I don't have kids yet, I would have got Gang Z. I ain't punching that dog. I don't know what the dude being with. Blood, I don't want to catch whatever. So I gotta do, get the dog from medical examiners to come in and clean that mess. And that's it. And keep my child safe and testify the truth. Nothing but the truth. And be true with it. Ain't nothing lie about it. They do this to my son. And therefore, if he's still alive, put him in locked up and keep my brother clean. That's all I gotta say. My child be the proof. And also keep cameras. Because they let you know that you got all the evidence right there. All the evidence right there. Okay, so I mean, I'm just giving you some ideas, y'all, to protect your child. You know, because I always think rational, what I would do, think ahead of time. So if something like this happen, it's no different in the movie Home Alone. You remember they thought that the burglars thought they would get away, you know, trying to get Macaulay Culkin and take the stuff from there. Remember, he planned everything, every trick, everything. He thought, well, if I was one, then what I would do. You know what I'm saying? What would happen? So that's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta think rational, y'all. That's one thing about me. I think rational. I think about everybody. So you think too far. You think because I think rational because you don't want a surprise happened. That was a surprise to that father to see somebody he trusts with his son doing this to his son. And like I say, you have to think rational. Like I say, I know if something happened to me, no, there ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. Automatically, what's gonna come on my mind, okay? And like I said, by law, is hey. He had a right to punch the dude. He also had a right to shoot in the house, intrude in his house, and he was also harming his son. So to save your son's life, he could have got that doggone pistol and just shot him. That's like I would. I'm sorry, I ain't punching. I'm not doing none of that because you know if I leave any marks, you know what I'm saying, and their blood splatter, I don't know if I have God forbid I have a cut or something. Nah, no. Well, what time is it? Because I don't want to be late. I got to go somewhere. But point is, I get belligerent gangster. I say, you know what I'm saying? And 35-year-old father, because I'm almost his age, know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, gangster. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a gangster, but I used to think, dang, if I knew this dude did this and that to me or something, I know what I'm going to do. I had a plan because I didn't want to be a kingpin type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a leader type person. And I was playing this and that. No, not no drugs, no, it's protection. Ain't about trying to kill nobody for fun. That's wrong. But someone doing something to me, I have a right to go ahead and do what I gotta do. And so I do believe in stand ground law, and I do believe in the Second Amendment. Because, hey, we gotta protect ourselves. We got crazy folks. Just like this dude here did to this little boy. We got crazy, sick mind folks. Folks trying to kill you, rape, beat you, carjack, all that stuff. And yeah, I prayed up everything, but you never know what's gonna happen. Only God knows. You know what I'm saying? So I have to protect myself. Remember, they had soldiers back in the day in the biblical days too. You know what I'm saying? So you have to protect yourself. You know, that's why we have wars. We protect ourselves in this country. If we had defenses, we wouldn't have America today. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you know. You gotta be armed and ready to defend your warfare against these people, because these people are sick in the mind and they don't care about them but they're all gonna sell. They care about hurting people and harming people, and this is a trait of a narcissist. This dude was a narcissist. He uses the fear intimidation tactic to scare, just to harm somebody. And that's what Pastor Labor did. And that's what many other people, these sexual offenders. And on that, he'd be a physical person too. Physical abuse person too. If you call laws, even some parents with physical abuse kids, then when they come out, they don't do this and that, you know, all other stuff. But when them cuss on them, they don't do all what they say. Yeah, call out, I ain't scared. Yeah, when them put people back in the car and you ain't got no bail money and all that stuff, you definitely ain't gonna be saying all that. Shows everybody like, call out, I don't care, I ain't scared. When they put them doggone years of prison, you be scared, you be crying. So don't try to act hard when someone ready to call laws on your behind. It is what it is. But let me get off here because I been on a doggone thing and I gotta go get some goals. So anyway, comment below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel. I got other things, and I got to do more singing on my channel. I've been doing a lot of talking on my channel, but I'm gonna be doing some singing on my SoundCloud. Check that out too. And you know, I understand that I'm for this young man, the 11-year-old. Now Unfortunately, 11-year-old, God bless him. Hope he be healed from what he been through. Okay, and I'm for with the father of the child, because he was doing everything to protect his son. And that sick individual Raymond had a reason being in the first place. I don't understand. And if you're gonna have nannies and babysitters, put cameras around. Because I remember that time back in the 90s when that woman was punching and hitting them kids like that on 2020 or prime time, one of them shows. I said, woo! Because it reminded me back when I was a little boy getting severe whoopings from my daycare person, okay? And I don't even like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't care how elderly she is, because I believe everybody deserves to say, oh, young and old, okay? I probably go off if I see her. I will try to stay away from her, because it brings a lot of traumatic memories, okay? So that's why I'm saying that I'm not trustworthy. I mean, I'm not the person that they have to trust thing anymore, because they had to show me trustworthiness in order to, wording. They show they're trustworthy in order for me to trust that person. I'm not going to assume, oh, this is a good person, and be by naive and stupid and dumb. No offense, I'm not saying to him, to me personally, okay? That's what I'm saying. Just don't put trust on people. Let them show that they're trustworthy. Okay? That's all I gotta do, y'all. And like I say, so find signs, read about these people, these type of people, find the signs. And like the one of the signs was the narcissist signs this man did, he used that fear intimidation tactic on this young dude. One's a little boy. Okay? Oh, if you tell something gonna happen to you, excuse me, there should not be nothing happen at all. So you didn't even make that threat in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if Raymond, if you watching this video, I don't let in it. Post a person look on the internet. But if you watching this, all you had to do is not even do that and get some help if you had no type of thoughts. But you chose not to, so that's why you got punched in the face. Like I said, if it was my child, there probably would be no punching. Ain't gonna be no punching, but ain't gonna be no punching. Trust me, because I get Gangsta Z on that. On it, you know what? You know what I mean? Shoots. I don't play that junk. That's what I'm saying. Can't wait to get my doggone license too. Shoots. I'm serious. People crazy these days. I can't deal with type of these crazy folks. Shoots. Law folks, they take more than 15 minutes to get to the scene and junk. No, you gotta be armed. I'm sorry. If y'all don't want cowboys and I don't have to say the cowboy Indians, and we don't talk about that type of stuff. Because I'm part of the American, besides African American and mixed with Caucasian, my ancestry. But point is, y'all don't want them days, then stop letting these folks go back in the street. Stop giving them room to do what they gotta do. And then to start having these law people who are lazy, don't want to investigate, who don't want to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. You know, I reported this old psychotic mom across my across my apartment for punching her son, and they still investigate. I got all the evidence, and they still investigating to this day. That's CPS in Texas and here in Harris County. So they don't care about, especially a black child. I don't know what the color of the person of this child hit those people, but the mother was punching her son, and I you know, later on have a report because I was scared. It's my friend. Why would I meet people like this? I don't want to see nobody punch their son, teenage son, and they don't lie, say they didn't do it. They did do it. They did do it. I ain't lying. Go see what's going to show and just say everything what happened, how she was cursing, how she was on it, you know, and after she was smoking that kush as well. I think it was kush she was rolling up her dog on cigarettes in. So she went crazy, and it's her fault how much she religious and stuff. Baby, please, don't play that joke with me. You ain't no doggone religious. I ain't perfect either, but don't sit here and talk about you holy and thou and you God-like and everything, because everything was happening today wasn't God-like, okay? So, I mean, she one of them prized and fundamentals type people, and she, you know, anyway, not to stereotype those of that religion was saying, but still she one of those strict, rigid type people, then curse like and cuss her kids out the same doggone time. And then when I saw her punch the kids, like I said, same thing. If that was my baby, and I would think, I'm glad I never did no fornication with her. She was married. I don't want to marry something like that as my child's mother or as a wife. Point is, that would I would snap, and they better not put me in no prison because this is a woman. This is a human being just like everybody else. I don't discriminate on no gender. When you harm these children, I don't discriminate. You said if I see it, if it was my child involved, I'm going to do whatever I can to defend my child. I'm sorry. I'm going to be like Samuel Jackson in The Time to Kill. I'm serious. I'll be like Samuel L. Jackson in time of key. Yes, I will do it. I'm sorry. You do that to my child, you better start praying for some mercy. I'm serious. Truth. Remember that song with Eve and what's Eve and Faith Evans? That song, and you know, because her friend was getting punched and stuff about her boyfriend. Well, okay, what Eve was saying, okay, that's how I kind of feel about, you know, when people do harm to people, and especially they're close to me. Okay, so and if my child involved, oh no, that's no ifs ands and buts. It's gonna be some, okay, I'm gonna be gangster Zeke for that, and then you know what, okay. All right, bye bye. Have a nice day.